NBC and Peacock brought you Notre Dame and Navy. And the Notre Dame quarterback Sam Hartman joining us on the program, fresh out of a class here. Let's go around the room on what class Sam just got out of. I'm guessing this is grad school that he's going to. Todd, what class did Sam Hartman just get out of?
I think it's some type of economics business class.
Oh, no. At his age? Come on. He's not taking economics.
Why not?
No. I'm going to say ballroom dancing, just like Matt Leinart did. Seton?
I was going to say something to do with money or economics.
Okay.
I absolutely was on the same vibe as
All right,
Todd.
Marvin?
I'm going to say something in journalism.
Journalism.
Like writing, communications.
I think Sam wants to be a sportscaster. I'm not sure, but I'm going to ask him this. Paulie?
I'll go high level, like a journalism ethics class.
Ethics?
Ethics.
All right, let's bring in Sam Hartman, Notre Dame quarterback. What class did you just get out of?
They were all very good guesses. I love the journalism answer. That's somebody's done their homework, their research, but it was an ethics class, but it was ethics in sports.
Paulie, I'm going to give you credit.
Thank you.
I'm going to give you credit for that. Congratulations.
Nice.
That's it, Sam. That's the only reason why we wanted to have you on and just find out what class.
Thank you. Sounds good. I'll see you guys.
Do you want to be a sportscaster?
I do. I took some sports journalism classes back at Wake, and I really enjoyed it. Had a great professor, Professor Catanosa. I'm actually zooming into his class next week. I have a long-standing tradition with him where every year he has a sports journalism class that I took as a freshman that I come back and they do a mock interview. And I enjoy talking about sports. Obviously enjoy playing it, and I enjoy talking about everything that it has to do with it and what you do and what everybody does at your level.
Well, can I help you with anything?
I mean, shoot, if you could find me a job when I'm done playing.
Find you a job. Maybe an internship. How's that?
Yeah, there we go. That'd be great.
Were you thinking of, when you left Wake, was there any thought of you going into the draft?
There was a lot. And I think at the beginning of the year, coming back to school wasn't in question. I think 5 years of college I thought was a lot. I felt like, I was done going to class, done being in a college setting, and was ready to, take a stab at the NFL. And, thankfully I had another opportunity, and really the COVID year was kind of this weird thing that everyone has taken advantage of or either not. And really towards the end of the year, it's actually a funny story. The main reason it came up is my brother, who looks similar to me, as brothers do, is in med school down at Florida, and he was walking around and somebody thought it was me. And just tweeted it out. And that's the power of social media. And it kind of became this like, oh, Sam's transferring to University of Florida. It's a done deal. And I'm sitting in a Wake meeting room, like, what are they talking about? And so that kind of sparked the curiosity for us, and this process of like, hey, there might be, potential for this being a legitimate, idea. And then we just kind of went through, and once the season was over, looked at the prospects of different schools and felt like Notre Dame was the best fit.
How many schools were recruiting you once they found out that you might be open to this?
There was quite a few. I mean, you can think of any college that needed a quarterback or was in need was reaching out.
Give me for instance. Give me a couple of schools here.
Florida was one. Auburn was another one. At the time there was a little bit of Alabama, but it was all strategic in my way of just knowing that it kind of came down to, at the time, the offense in place here at Notre Dame and the school and what it represents. And then the other side was just the NFL component of like, do I want to go back and, like you started with, take classes again and risk injury or whatever you want to call it. I think that was really the two sides.
Did you see Joe Montana while you were in Ireland?
I got a thumbs up from him. Probably one of the coolest moments of my life. He was walking by. That was surreal. When we were practicing, they were running through all the different announcements they were going to do in the game, and I heard his kind of big announcement. I'm like, if he's here, that's going to be pretty special. And he was walking by when we were going over the last drive and got a little thumbs up. I was like, all right, that's a cool moment I'll never forget.
Have your teammates asked you to buy them beer yet?
It's been I'm 24 at this point, so I think at some point I might have or have. There's I can't admit or deny any of those. I plead the fifth. How about that?
Okay, how often does being 24 come up for you?
Way too much. I think that I'm the old man, and Milk, our long snapper, just turned 24 today, so or yesterday. And it was actually my brother's birthday yesterday. He just turned 26, so happy birthday, Joe. But so now he's 24, so I'm not the only one, but it's a big one. I mean, I think that my age shows sometimes with some of the freshmen and just what they do and what they talk about, but it's fun to be the old guy.
Well, it's like Stetson Bennett.
Right,
I mean,
right, 100%.
why not? I mean, if you're not in a rush to go to the NFL and you enjoy the experience and you're playing at a high level, being a Notre Dame quarterback, pretty good gig.
It's not too bad. It's a hard gig to turn down, I'll tell you that.
We're talking to Sam Hartman, Notre Dame starting quarterback, had 4 touchdown passes. The necklace has to come up. Your age and that you have a necklace that's made out of what?
It's made out of my own rib that my mom created. Yeah, it's quite an interesting headline right there that people like to grab. But yeah, it's part of the story.
Where is it?
It is at my house right now. It was in Dublin, Ireland with me, and it was around when I was traveling around, but it is back home, and it'll probably appear on the game day walks and a little bit of warm ups, but it's a little sharp, so I'm a little nervous. I might try and go back to where it belongs. But it's a cool feature piece. It's something I'm proud of, something that it's a little weird and obscure. I know that and I understand that, but just kind of like a scar or a tattoo, it's something that I can always remember back to and lean on.
I got a side hustle for your mom. I mean, other people may want to make, necklaces out of this.
She might. I don't know if the money gets tight, she might have to get back into work, and that might be it.
What was the feeling like? Put me into you with Notre Dame as opposed to last year at Wake. The pressure that it came along or it comes along with that.
I mean, I think on the field it's all the same. I mean, I think you want to perform at your highest level. You want to be the best that you can possibly be, and I think. The similarity comes from just the team. I think I've been really lucky and just have had some great teams and great teammates and great coaches that you want to play for. I mean, and again, I don't know a quarterback or a player who ever wants to go out and not perform at their highest level. So I would say it's very similar. I think the cool thing about this past weekend was just the scene of where we were, obviously in Dublin, Ireland. Playing against Navy, an old traditional, rivalry that has been built for longer than I've been alive, and I think that was probably the more pressure of just being out there, new offensive coordinator, new teammates, and just making sure that everything was working and operating smoothly.
Did you like Notre Dame at all growing up?
I really did. I grew up and I don't want to get in trouble for this, but I grew up a huge Michigan fan. I was a Michigan fan my entire life until I got to college.
Wow. So you hated Notre Dame probably growing up.
I did. It was really Ohio State that I wasn't a fan of, just based on my Michigan status. And, but yeah, I was not a huge one. But again, once they stopped recruiting me, I was like, okay, well, it's Wake Forest and now it's Notre Dame.
Oh, Michigan stopped recruiting you?
Well, they never really did. Stopping, it was probably stopping was arrogant of me.
Did Ohio State recruit you?
No, I only had 3 offers coming out of college. I had Wake Forest, UNC Charlotte, and Elon. So I was not the biggest star out there.
Okay. Well, now you can take care of Ohio State in a couple of weeks.
That is true. But right now it's we're on to this week and trying to go 1-0.
Well, it was fun to watch, and congrats on your debut there, and thanks for joining us. And if we can help down the road with you becoming a better broadcaster. I've seen there's a clip that was sent to me this morning, and it's you reading off teleprompter, and it didn't go well, Sam.
Yeah, I think it's Mr. Gorin, Dave Gorin's class. I remember that.
It just happened to be Dave Gorin, who runs the Sportscaster Hall of Fame, who sent that to me, I think.
I appreciate. Thank you, Professor Gorin. I really appreciate that. You know what? I'll make sure now never respond to him again. So
you got to work on those things. And
yes, sir.
Reading off a teleprompter, you have to act as if, or present yourself that you're not moving your head or your eyes. and you stare right into the middle of the camera and try to take – it'd be like seeing the whole field as a quarterback. You got to see the whole prompter there. And don't move your eyes. Don't move your head. And you just want to be very casual when you deliver, not read.
Yes, sir. I appreciate the info, and I'm going to – next time I'm in that situation, I'll be thinking of this combo. So thank you.
All right. Thank you, Sam. Good to talk to you.
Yes, sir. Go Irish.
That's Sam Hartman, Notre Dame starting quarterback. He threw 77 touchdowns, I think, over his last 2 seasons at Wake Forest. He got, I think, 100 touchdown passes. So you get somebody like that running your offense, and that's a big difference for that offense.